Well, good morning, Moab. Just starting on Hell's Revenge. Never been on this trail yet, and I think there's a badge of honor for this one. Anyway, this first approach here up a quite narrow fin I thought would be interesting to share. It's kind of creepy, really, but I should be used to it by now because a lot of this trail is about that anyway. So yeah, the initial approach, and there's quite a nice view of the beginning of the trail. So I'll try to share a little bit every day, and maybe you can live a little vicariously through me if you like this kind of thing. Some people are like, ho-hum, no big deal, but
such an awesome opener.
Yes, it is an awesome opener. Anyway,
the baby's lying back.
Almost to the bottom. And I don't know what we have in store here on this trail. So I'll try to record the interesting and fun stuff. Bye. Okay, so the trail gets interesting like right away. I tried to hold off recording a little bit, but I'm following Dan here. There's a trail off to my left here, but I thought that was the trail, but he chose to go over the rocks here, and then maybe you can see him there down off this steep and off camber, and here we are facing the ground again. Okay, and up the little draw we go. There's probably a reason why they call it Hell's Revenge, although I haven't discovered it quite yet. Now Dan chose to put a wheel in the ditch here, and what I'm going to do is straddle the gully here, tires on either side. There's a little bump right there. Okay, and there we go. And as a final little cherry on top, we get to climb this sheer wall. So up we go, nothing but sky.
Hey Dan, this ledge up here that we're about to hit is the one that Hummer broke on.
So we just follow the yellow diamonds, white arrows.
See the carpool lane right here on this big rock?
Yes, the
I
yellow.
think they're meaning two-way traffic,
right.
But yeah, carpool, got it.
The yellow diamonds, they do look like HOV, but it just means two-way traffic. Anyway, well, that was a fun approach to Hell's Revenge. We'll see what the rest of the trail brings. Okay, so we didn't have to go very far. I'm gonna let you watch how Dan does this, and I'm gonna learn from his mistakes. Looks like we need to make our approach from extreme right, and then yes, there's a nice little ledge there, shelf we have to bump up over, and there we go. I think I'm going to approach it a little differently than he did so I don't get hung up on the shelf. I'm going to put one foot up on the shelf first.
This is a great viewpoint right
Instead of hitting it head on. I'm going to put one up. Here's one up right there. There we go. And then the back, crunch, hit something, but oh well. That was fun. So we didn't have to get very far up the trail before we come to the first viewpoint. And this is kind of a panorama. There's the La Salle Mountains to my extreme left. I think that's south. My compass is not working in the car. And this is the little valley that Moab sets in. And this is Lion's Back right here.
Maybe Alliance Back is on the other side.
We pass it on the way up. It is a closed trail, but yeah, it's you know what? It's probably not any tougher a climb than we've encountered before. It's the turnaround at the top that's the issue. Anyway, we're enjoying the view, and we will carry on here. Okay, I'm checking out. I dug up my remote trigger because I got tired of reaching up at the dash trying to hit the button while going over a big obstacle. So it's working. There's part of the trail ahead of us. There's Ted there in the red Jeep, and he's going to climb up that steep wall there on top of that fin. Anyway, I'm getting there. So the road leading down into Hell's Gate is a challenge all its own, and so that's what makes this trail so fun, is there's nothing to get bored about. And as soon as I pop up over this little outcropping, you might be able to see the LaSalle Mountains off in the distance. They're kind of a landmark around here. There's not too many places you can go where you're not looking at those mountains, and there they are to the left. And up the hill we go. Oh, there's the sky, and there's the ground, and there's the sky, and there's the ground, and once more the sky. Oh, this is too much fun. Oh, and there's the ground even closer now. Okay, so we took the off-road to Hell's Gate, and I thought I'd get a view from up here. There's a challenge here that a lot of people like to do. It's called Hell's Gate. We're not going to drive up it, but as we come around here on this dome and we go down the hill here, I just wanted you to see like the parking lot here at Hell's Gate.
Boys. Smile and wave.
And we got a spotter here. Make sure you're lined up. Morning. Nice day, huh? Think I'll make it down to the bottom? Oh, yeah. Don't have much choice. We'll make it to the bottom.
This is the easiest part.
It will go down there. So another little steep off pitch here. This isn't any worse than we've already done, but I guess it's a challenge for some. And I thought I'd do a little filming here before we actually get out, and we're going to walk over to Hell's Gate and see what kind of rigs are coming up out of there. So I will continue recording here shortly. So evidently somebody's coming up the gap here. Oh, well, and he's coming up quickly. Kind of unexpected, but well, you made that look easy. And I'm sure I could do it too, but not today. That's kind of a cool looking Jeep. Anyway, we're getting lined up here for a car wash. And I don't know where Dan is, so I'm going to go ahead on around him. And I'm going to follow Ted. And we're going to go down here through car wash. It's part of the trail. It's not too challenging. But there are some people that have chose not to go down there, I guess. But it can't be any more challenging than some of the other stuff we've done. And so we're going to give it a try. And so we're getting queued up between Red Rock four-wheelers now. See, there's a bunch of people here going to want to take their pictures and do movies and stuff coming up out of car wash. And so I'm going to go ahead and pause for now and pick it up the action when we get there. Okay, so Ted's going to get lined up on this because you can't go straight up it. You have to pull in there and do a three-point turn to go up the hill. They're worried about guiding us. So I don't see what the problem is either. If I timed it a little better, I wouldn't have had to back up. So, are we on the wrong path here or something? What are we doing?
The Red Rock four-wheelers walked away. I'm trying to line up on this the car wash here, but I can't see it, so they're trying to walk me up. I am too far left.
Okay, I'll take note of that then and come up the right side. I thought it was a little further on, but I didn't realize it was just the top of this hill. So evidently there's some maneuvering to get here into the hot tub, I guess, or the car wash. I'll know better when I get to the top. So they're trying to line him up to go down inside. And Dan is out there. Ted's Jeep is making some noise or something. Well, we're talking about oil leaks and stuff. Okay, so I'm not going to shoot this here. They're having a little difficulty. I'm not sure what's going on. So at least I can photograph Ted coming up. Okay, well, I didn't get to go through car wash. We had some technical difficulties. Anyway, we're going to go down Dragon's Back now, which is probably the toughest descent sequence on this run. I'm not sure where it is exactly, but there's some interesting terrain between here and there. This is a nice steep off-camber. Okay, nothing but sky again. That's cool. He's wanting to know what I think of Mickey's hot tub, and I guess he thinks I've got two hands here. Hold on. I didn't think anything of it at all. It's not for me.
Do you have to pay to get in the vendor show? Was it a paid thing? No, it opens today, even Thursday, so the vendor show is wide open.
Look at that view. Isn't that beautiful? And we're just hanging it here in open space.
And on that note, Sharon and I are going to kind of do a double date night tonight with the Bovies. So we're probably going to take off after this run and do a little shopping we want to do, and then some photography runs this evening.
Hey, that sounds great. I'm going to go on out to Gemini Bridges then.
Get some good pictures, please.
What time is your double date?
4 or 5-ish.
Okay, good. It'll still be light out and sun going down maybe.
Yeah, sunset is at 7:45 tonight. This is actually Mickey's hot tub. I was wrong.
Yes, when I talked to the rear gunner for for Red Rock, she actually pointed off this direction.
Yeah, it has a plaque in there. The other one is not for vehicles. Yeah, you're right. It looked like it was for jet skis.
So we got a little chatter going on the radio here, and I guess this is considered the Dragon's back, and it's quite a steep descent with some well, like a Dragon's back, some bumps, I guess. Steep down pitches and then an up and then a down and an up. So this is the unnerving part. As you get way up here like this, you can't see down in front of you, and you're not sure where the road is. So I've got to sit way up.
The last part of the Dragon's Tail up here. I think it's pretty steep.
Okay, so this definitely is the Dragon's
No
Tail.
worse than car wash.
Sorry, I wouldn't know.
The etiquette is you wait till the guy in front of you gets to the bottom so you don't, slide or something rear end him.
So yeah, this is very steep here, and you see the folks off to the left, they're looking for a good, off to the right, bicyclists, I guess, or motorcyclists. They're looking for a good show. Okay, this is one of those places where the yellow lines indicate where you should be lined up. And this should not be any steeper a descent than little baby lion's back. And Ted's going down okay, and I'm going to get lined up here on it. And yeah, it's a steep pitch, but it's not impossible. I can't see Ted just yet. Like you said, the etiquette is to wait until the person gets down to the bottom.
All right, Dad, just that first pitch. You're clear.
Okay, so here we go. I hope I'm lined up right. Oh yes, I am. Wow. Okay.
Gonna be more driver.
The yellow diamonds, that indicates an HOV lane. Now, they don't actually have an extra passenger, so I'm liable to get ticketed here. No, actually, it indicates two-way traffic, so people can actually come up this way. Sometimes I wonder if it isn't easier coming up these than down, because I am standing on my dead pedal in nearly a vertical position at times, and the brake. Okay, that's Dragon's Tail, and we're home free. Woohoo! Okay, so we stopped here at the escalator, and as you can see, there's not a long line of cars waiting to get up it. Ted is taking a little walk out there. This is one of the real challenge features of Hell's Revenge, and it's just a good thing that it isn't so much part of the trail that everybody has to take it, because I told Ted it doesn't really look any more challenging, and it's not even as steep as some of the stuff that we have encountered already, but he's trying to walk up
like
that
Hey, you like
that first ledge, and I guess just beyond that there is something similar to a car wash that the Jeep will actually disappear down into before you start up. So it looks kind of flat, but there's a big hole about the level of Ted's head, and I don't think we're going to try it today. What we have here now is a guy that's wanting to film his Jeep in certain attitudes and doing certain things, and we didn't even come down the steep part, so I don't know what that's all about. And this guy next to me is in a Ford Super Duty. I don't know what he'd want to be up here in a vehicle this size for, but that's a pretty outfitted Jeep he's got there. Very cool. So I guess we're not going to take the steep approach.
They're taking shots for the Full Parts magazine.
That explains it. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get up out of their way. And to get around here, and we'll see Ted going up the backside of this fin here. And I better shut up and focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. If you've never ridden in a Jeep before, you'd look at that and say, that thing won't make it up there. It just can't. Well, guess what? It can, and it does, and it will. There's part of the trail there off to the left. Goes up that long incline there. It's not very steep, but it is kind of long. And along with the trails comes the beautiful scenery, which sometimes when you're focused on keeping a certain line, you have a tendency to miss. So I'm hoping some of the camera will catch some of what I miss. Beautiful, beautiful scene off in the distance. And I do take time to look. So we're going to drop down in between two fins here, or domes, or whatever they're called. And here we are at the bottom of one. And we'll see you on top. It's just a nice, slow, easy climb. It's hard to tell how steep it is from the pictures, but you don't want to stop or stall your engine here right now. We got a little bump here to go over. Up we go, nothing but sky. There we go. And hopefully we won't drive off the other side. If I see Ted disappear suddenly, I will stop.
They've got double yellow marks that mark your left and right tire position as you come over these blind rises, so try to use those.
Okay, yep. They do mark the trail in such a way that you can get your alignment right so you don't drive off at the wrong angle. So I don't know if you can see them or not, but there's two yellow marks. No, you can't. They're below the hood line. But I'm going to line up like this and come off like this, and I guess this is pretty steep. Should we find out? Off we go. Let's see. Let's get low range here. Low gear, low range. I'm already in low range. Oh my goodness, this is quite steep. So there we go. Nice and easy. Japanesey. And at the bottom. Okay, so
do you have extra brake fluid just in case?
this is one of those spots where there are yellow lines lining you up and telling you which way to turn.
You're so smart.
So that you...
My dad told me last night, if need be, we could pee in our brake fluid vesicle thing.
Sorry about the CB
Flush it
conversation.
later. You got me, girl.
Dan lost his brakes last night. We were trying to decide what to do about refilling his fluid, and since brake fluid is water soluble, you could actually top it off with water. It's no problem, but you'll have to completely flush your brake system when you get a chance. Anyway, So that was a nice little steep off of that, and now we've got a pretty good off camber. So you're going to see a lot of horizon in the distance is quite skewed. That's the only way you're going to be able to tell, because unless you're riding in the Jeep and you're trying to keep from falling out the driver's side door, you really can't tell what this is like. Look at that view, that canyon. Hopefully we won't end up in it, at least before we're supposed to get there. So this is quite a trail. They don't call it Hell's Revenge, and I will be earning a badge of honor for taking this trail. Wow, this is really, really off camber, and then a steep pitch down. And we're actually chirping the tires there. Okay, that was fun. And looks like we have a switch back here down into a dry wash gully. Not very interesting, but it does give you a chance to open up the throttle in between and take the jumps that are bermed somewhat. Okay. So that's the interesting part of that part of the trail, and we'll record some more later. So it looks like we got us a little rock shelf here, and a lot of people, like Ted, see, he's gonna try it. No, he's not. He's doing it right this time. He's oh, he slipped on a rock. Anyway, now see, I'm going to do it a little differently.
You might want to step more to the right on that one.
I'm going to approach it at an angle, and I'm going to put one foot up, right like that, and then the next one, and then another foot up, and the next one, see, and over we go. And I only hit 2 or 3 times. Oh man. Next on the agenda is about a 2-inch more lift. I think I'm going to go with a full 4-inch if we're going to keep doing this. But I've discovered that I can get by through here on a 2.5-inch lift and no lockers with just the limited slip differential. Here's one of those berms that we like to play on, side to side. Can be very fun. And it sounds like Dan is still trying to get over that. These give him kind of a challenge because he likes to shoot them straight on, and you really should 1 foot, 2 foot up over some of these. This one here I'm going to take head on. I shouldn't need to. It's not an abrupt edge, so it should just climb right over. See how easy that is? It's like, what 3-foot ledge? Anyway, and here's another one, 3 or 4 feet to the top, and you just ease on over, and there she goes. Somebody tried to drive up that to the left. And we have some more berms. These are always fun. Shoots the berms. And Ted took the easy route. I think I can
cross the bike lane here, but they have right away, so
I think I can make it up that, so I'm going to try it. But I'm going to come up this side here. You can see where some people have scraped. So nothing but sky, but you see, I didn't even spin a tire. So that's fun. These bicycles have the right of way here. They're trying to make it up over this too. So I'm going to pause for them. And another section of berms where you can actually open it up a little bit, have a little fun. Get back with you later. So apparently we've caught up with a group here, and one of them is the Red Rock 4x group that's running the trail today, and we're amongst the stragglers, and evidently this little obstacle here is giving some people a real challenge. It doesn't look like much. I mean, we've climbed up this stuff before, and so, but we'll see how it goes. See, Ted's not going to have any trouble at all. Nope. Never spun a tire, and I don't see any reason why. But we'll see if Maggie can do it. It is pretty rough at about halfway up. And there's going to be a little bump right there. But so far, wow. That is a little rough spot there. But if you shoot it right, it's a lot about technique. And some guys have to learn it just like I did. But I had a good teacher. Joe gave me a few pointers. He's never ridden with me, but everything he's told me now is paid off. And some of it's common sense, but some of it is just time behind the wheel. So up we go. Now there's a challenge here, and there's a route around, and I'm going to see how Ted does. I don't have quite his clearance, and I'm not sure I'm going to go up this way. That's a huge shelf, and I'm going to see if he's found an easier way to go up. Otherwise, I'm going to back off. Okay, yeah, he took a good line here. This is not going to be any trouble at all. It looks huge. It looks. Now see, I'm gonna follow this rock up first, I think. And Bob's your uncle. No trouble at all. It's just amazing. Okay, so this should be an interesting part of the trail here. As you can see, we got a kind of a fun little switchback to a dry wash, and I got a couple people in front of me. Some guy in a Lexus, really nice Lexus, and it's built well enough to do this trail. He's not having any trouble. Anyway, I thought it'd be interesting to film at least this little portion here, where we have to go down this steep pitch. And then another steep pitch, and then we're going to make a hard left down another steep pitch, switchback style. I'm going to stay a little over here to the right so I can square up on it a little better. And there we go. Tires are chirping a little, but no problem. And a little off camber here to the dry wash, and away we go. So it looks like there's quite a step off of this into the dry wash. Yep, and there goes Ted. Pretty undercarriage, huh? And we're going to drop the nose right about here. There we go. And walk off the back. And we're good. Okay, well, this is a fun little section here. This whole run is a fun little section. And why am I going to drive off this vertical sheer cliff? I have no idea, but here we go. And then there's another Vertical, okay. Hello, ground.
This is the narrow bridge over here, so just try to center it up.
And I guess we're going to cross a narrow bridge. I can't see a damn thing, though. Okay. Okay, I see. Yes, here you don't want to go off either direction by too much. As you can see, it's pretty narrow. Keep the arrows between your wheels, and okay. And gotta look, stretch to look way up over the, there we go. Wow, well, that was an adventure. Anyway, this is what Hell's Revenge looks like. And we're coming up on either Mickey's Hot Tub or Car Wash, one of the two. We'll do some more filming from there. Sorry. I need to focus. There we go. Oh goody, another sheer vertical wall here to my left. There's some beautiful scenery, nice blue sky. And there's Ted going up the sheer vertical wall. So this is as much about wheel placement as about anything else, and you wouldn't guess that I could climb this wall, but here we go. Might hear the tires chirp a little bit, but that's good news. They're getting traction. Okay, this looks kind of tricky here. And we have two routes. We can either go up the sheer vertical wall, which looks like what Ted's going to do. And yes, it'll make that. Hi, good morning. I guess he's not going to shoot that wall. It'll make it. I don't know what he's waiting for, but if he can't do it, neither can I. Anyway, someone's been up that, and that is a really steep pitch, but we took the easy way around, and that's okay because I have to drive this thing home.
Go up the steep side here.
Oh, Dan thinks he's going to go up the steep side. I got to see this. Okay, so Dan says he's going to climb up the steep face of the wall here. I see he's made at least one attempt. He's getting lined up, and I might have to stop for him.
Think I can do it?
We just came up something just like it over there, so I'm not sure why. But this is pretty steep. I mean, that's really steep.
Shauna says no. She said she'll get out. Doesn't look that bad.
Like I said, it looked like something we just came up a minute ago, but it's quite a bit longer. You've got more face time, and then you've got a shelf that you're going to bounce in and out of.
How much? Can you back me up?
Yeah, you've got plenty of room. Keep going. Keep going. Take as much as you need. Okay then, and when you get to the crest of that hill, you're going to want to make as hard a left as you can, because you're not lined up anymore. So okay, I guess and that's probably a smart idea. This is really a challenging, and that's why they have a route around it. Okay, he's looking good. He's going to make it. So we're staged up here at something called Tip Over Challenge. And I don't really see the problem, but I guess if you maybe took it too fast, or I don't know, picked the wrong line, I suppose there's a possibility, but I really don't see any issue. I would stay over more to the left than Ted is. but he's going up now. And I'm going to see if I can't get into position here a little bit so we can see him going up. There we go. Oh, okay, I see where there's... Yeah, so he made it up there, and it's kind of hairy, but I don't see any problem with it. And it looks like Dan's going to go ahead of me, and I'm in a complete roll cage, so I mean, even if they're on the off chance that we rolled it over, which I don't see happening, because I'm going to take a different line than he did. I'm going to use a different technique than he did. So I'll start to, well, here comes Dan. I'll pick up the action here after he gets in position. Okay, so here goes Dan. Evidently you need to line up a little bit on it. I'm going to get in a better position here to film him going up and over. Okay, he picked a pretty good line. That was a pretty good line. I like what he's doing now. He's staying over to the left. That is the perfect line. That's exactly the line I was going to take.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start my attempt at tip over challenge. And I already feel like I'm going to tip over. I'm going this way, okay? I know exactly where I want. I know exactly where I want. Thank you.
Open diff, baby. Good job, Grandpa.
Good line, Dan. I followed your line. I modified it a little bit.
You
but
did modify it a little bit.
Yeah, you needed to. Not bad for open diff.
no, left side, up the left side.
You want to do it one more time?
Did anybody... Anyway, I guess I did a good job. That was fun.